Hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2022, the Youth Academy Championship with Beira-Mar. Victor Ventura is still at the club and I'm happy about it. Mostly because nobody was actually interested in him, which is a bit of a shock to me. He is also hoping that we'd send him sooner rather than later, and he's upset with the fact that the individual training is not good. He feels under pressure in the wake of recent praise for the team. He wants to move to a bigger club. He's also hoping that a team will match his minimum release fee to allow him to leave us. So, honestly, I look at him and think, yeah, he's doing good things. But there's actually a team interested in Victor Ventura. And that club is Bayer Leverkusen now. I kind of need Leverkusen to finish in the top 4 this year because of the minimum release fee of 33.48 million. I look at Bayer Leverkusen, who are in the Europa League right now, and I look at their table and I see an opportunity for potentially Bayer Leverkusen to try and sign him. I'm only really looking at this because he's only got 1 year left in his contract after the season, and it would massively help our finances because we only got 840,000 in the bank. So again, it's something I think we need, and it will benefit us in the long term. That being said, though, we're now in February. Let's see how we've been getting on since we last met. The first game we had was against Paso Steve Ferreira, and we drew 0-0, despite the fact we had a goal ruled out in the very last seconds of the match. And Tunis almost getting a winner, but unfortunately was ruled out for offside. And I like to think that despite everything, we did a good job, and while they had a better XG and twice as many shots on goal, we held our own. For the most part, even if they had most of the highlights. That one shot that we had that went in and it was ruled off offside was heartbreaking because I knew potentially we could have got more and more. But there you go. The next game we had was against Sporting, and this might be the worst match we've had in a very long time because of how badly we did. 4 minutes in, 1-0, Thiago Thomas with the finish, and it hurts me to say that he was doing so well. We then conceded in the 90 minutes. Thomas involved again, playing the ball in this time. And Rodrigan and Jorgensen with the finish. We then went 3-0 down inside 38 minutes. Alan Enrique finds Thomas, who is absolutely a nuisance in this game. He finds Brandial, who scores. And then 51 minutes in, we just give the ball away easily. Bonas didn't do very well at all. Brandial finds Alan Enrique, who scores to make it 4. We were absolutely decimated in this game, and we deserved absolutely nothing. Even if we try to change things up at half-time and do better, we did terribly, and we deserved to lose as badly as we did. We then took on Chavez and actually almost lost. Yeah, we actually had a penalty as well, which was missed. I'm going to show you this penalty because, quite frankly, I thought this was the breakthrough we were looking for. That was going to give us a chance to win this game. Because, you know, it's a penalty. Why wouldn't you think you're going to score it? Especially when Will Pope's taking it. But it was saved by Estevez and then cleared away by Enrique, and we didn't do anything. And it was after this match I realised we've not scored in 5 matches. Yes, literally, the goal scoring problem we have with this tactic had come back to haunt us. And despite missing a penalty and having a few chances we could have gone and scored with, we've dropped points against Chavez, who really should be beaten, and I needed to change something, and quickly. So how do you change something that wasn't working? Well, you go back to something you know that does work, and we're back with this tactic, the 4-2-4 formation that got us promoted back in the day to this division, and I like to think it works still. Honestly, the only reason I changed in the first place was because I wanted to give more midfielders a chance, because I didn't think our strikers were good enough to really cement a spot in the first team, and maybe I was right, maybe I wasn't right, but we went back to the 4-2-4 formation, a balanced approach. I decided that we need to do something different. It's not working otherwise. And the next 4 games that happened were the results of my decision to change back to the 4-2-4 formation. The next game we had was against Santa Clara, and Antunes finds Victor Ventura, and Ventura does this. That might be the goal of the season and the best goal he's ever going to score for us. And it made me realize we have a chance now. We then make it 2 after Aparicio scores after being played through by Mariah, and yes, 2-0 before half-time. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep the clean sheet, so the clean sheet bonuses was dead, but 1, that's a bad pass, and 2, we just didn't do well reacting to that, so Maybe it was tiredness, maybe it wasn't, but we gave the ball away needlessly, and we still won. We still won. Our first win in 5, our first goal in 5 matches as well, no less. So I think that was a good change. It made sense to change the formation up, and we got the benefit from it. So good stuff, even if Boateng wasn't amazing for us in this day. But I'm going to persist with the tactic now, because I think this is the tactic we need to stay with if we are to do well in the league. Especially when we go and take on formidable at home and go behind, thanks to a corner, yeah. Castano scores the opening goal, but we equalise, and I feel like we have more fight with this tactic than anything else. Apricio scores again. 2 goals and 2 for him, and he's definitely benefiting from the tactics and the switch, and to be playing with Zala, but then we take the lead. 57 minutes in, Ventura finds Quintanero, who scores. It's been a while since he scored a goal, but he's finally got a goal, and I'm delighted. It's just a shame we didn't hold on for the win, and 70 minutes in, we gave up an equaliser after Digello scores that effort. So yes, honestly, it was a very even game, and I don't think anyone really deserved to win. So at the end of the day, this tactic and this result was very fair. The very fair result. Ian Pereira's not great in goal, and I was disappointed in him, along with most of our defenders. But hey, we found something that works. We're scoring goals again. We were missing that. I'm happy we got it once more. Then we went to Vazim, and might have had the best performance we've had in a while. Ribeiro plays this ball in the middle, finds Alex Boateng, who scores his first ever goal for the club, if I recall correctly. And then he scores again. Ribeiro finds Pope. He plays that right to Antunes, and Antunes plays it across, finds Boateng, easy tap him, 2 goals in a matter of minutes. And we don't stop there. We make it 3 in the 77th minute of the game. Ribeiro with the effort, Ribeiro with the goal. Really nice finish from him. He wants to leave still, but if he's scoring goals like that, I'm not going to be upset. We make it 4 before the end, and Tunes again involved, finds Will Pope. Will Pope scores his first goal in a while, and 4-0. This performance honestly felt like it came out of nowhere, but at the same time, it felt like it had been coming for a while, and it was just this tactic just worked. It just clicked. Everything clicked in this match, and we didn't even start Ventura. And that's how good a performance this was, that Ventura, who was suspended, wasn't even needed for the game. And we're back in the business for scoring goals. It's wonderful, it really is. They even missed a penalty, which, again, just tells you where their game was going and how bad the luck was. So, finally back in the goals. We're finally winning comfortably once again. The last game we had was against Nacional, and we scored thanks to this corner. Mariah scoring his first in a while, and when all 4 of our strikers are scoring, you know it's a good sign. Amadou plays this ball in the middle to make it a very good goal for Ventura. Keeper should do better, yes, but we make it 2-0 before half time. And then before the end of the game, 91 minutes, we make it 3. And Tunes finds Quintanero, who finds back in the net. It's good when we're scoring goals, and we feel like a team that generally knows how to win a game. And when Quintanero can come up from the bench and score, you know it's good. And we dominated this game, and we didn't even look like we were going to lose. It's wonderful, it really is. So as things stand, because of those really good runs of results, 11 points in the last 5 matches, we are now in 10th. And if I have to be honest with you and say this very openly, I think we're safe from relegation. 22 points clear of the relegation zone, 19 points clear of the relegation playoffs. If we somehow manage to mess this up so badly that we end up going down, it would be the absolute howlers of all howlers. It would be an ultimate bottle job that I don't think anyone could actually beat. Mind you, we've got Braga next, and that's always going to be a tough game. But this is a team that seems to have very hot and cold moments. I don't like that problem, but when we can score consistently and get people scoring goals and be very good, we got a good sign. Ventura's now the top goal scorer in the league with 8 goals. Alvarez second. The fact that none of our strikers are even in the top 20 is a little concerning, to say the least. So, we need to work on that going forward, especially when we look at the goals scored. If we look at this right now, we've got a very wide variety of goal scorers, and quite a few of them have got at least a handful of goals, or 1 goal this year. Ventura at 9, Alvarez with 8, Mariah with 5, we've got Apricio and Antunes with 4 each. Wu Coutinho's now got 3 goals, Boateng with his 2 goals for his first ever goals. Lasca's got 2, Zimmer's got 2, Tazera's got 1, Ribiero's got 1, and Pope's got 1. So that's 12 different goal scorers for us, which tells me that we do have a team that can score. They're just not doing it consistently enough. And we need consistency in the long term. And if we can sort that out, we're going to be fine. We are absolutely going to be fine if we can consistently make sure our players do better. That being said, we're taking on Braga. I don't expect to do well in this game, especially at their ground, and especially when they are 10 points clear of Porto with a game in hand, and 11 points clear of Benfica haven't played a game more. 14 have got 4 games in hand, Gil Vicente and Tondela, and they're only a point behind both of them. So I think the top 4 is kind of settled now, and they're the top 4 team in this league. And if we want to get into Europe in the future, when we're about to lose our 5th place, and if we want to get into Europe when we're about to lose our 6th European spot, I think we're going to struggle to do that. I don't think of Europe as a thing we need to do now. I think right now we need to consolidate ourselves and make sure we have as much money as possible to progress. If we look at this, we are going to be going down to 6th place as things stand. It's not good. We are going to lose a place in Europe to Scotland, and we need to find that bite soon. It's not been prolific. Still, we're taking on Braga. Let's see what we can do. And let's actually go over the team lineup. Because Trabula starts. We've given enough game time to Pereira to satisfy his needs for games. And Trabula in goal is always a good sign. Jafino starts as the right back. He's actually wanted by Chavez. He's got a release clause. I do need to renew his contract at some point. I think he's got 1 more year after this season. But hey, it's one of those things. Esteban starts because, well, Lasco's not fully fit, so we need to give him a rest. Espa being on the pitch is good, and he deserves game time, even if he's only 5'9". But Jose Patrocinio gets to start. Because of Lasco's lack of fitness, we give this youngster a chance in the first team. I know for certain at this point, he is going to be our best centre-back. It's just about making sure we're giving him the game time to develop. Yes, he's only got 7 heading, but I like to think he's got everything else I need right now. So if we improve his heading and maybe his pace, we're going to be good. Amadou playing as the left back is improving still. He's now got 8 crossing. It was 7 at one point, so if we can work on his dribbling and a few other bits and pieces, we're going to be fine. Aparicio is playing as the Mazzala because I see him improving enough to be a good player for this division in that position, unlike Alvarez, which is a shame. Ribeiro is 1 yellow card away from suspension, but he is still the best playmaker on the team by some distance. It would be annoying not to play him. In fact, I'm now trying to get him to try killer balls often, so he is going to be one of those people that can ping the ball around a lot. He's just really good. Ventura, in what will most likely be his last season for us, is starting still. He's improving quite nicely. I'm excited for him. Odai Tunis has been enjoying himself in the last couple of games and has kind of forced his way back into the starting lineup. He has only got 1 cap for his country still, but hey, not ideal to worry about that sort of thing. Mariah is starting as the deep line forward still. He's on attack, not support, and I think it benefits him. He is going to be the leading striker in the future, and hopefully his teammate alongside him, Alex Boateng, can continue to improve and do more. Yes, he's not amazing, but he's got potential to do better. And I really hope giving him game time will develop him. Also, I know because he's from Ghana, he's going to be called up for the African Cup of Nations quite a few times. But hey, it is one of those things we need to worry about. On the bench is Pereira because I think he actually had a bad game last time out as well. So I dropped him for that. And they also consider about the lack of depth in centre-back. But okay. Lasca being the centre-back on the bench still needs to improve. Still doesn't seem to develop, but it is what it is. Alvarez also on the bench. I don't think he can improve much more and might struggle to get in the first team in the future if we give Aparicio more game time. Luis Santos again is probably going to be the player that suffers as a result of this formation change because of the fact we've got no DM now. But hey, I don't think he's going to get much better either, so it is what it is. Burnett on the bench is actually 1 yellow card away from the suspension. I don't know how he's done it, but I see him as the long-term successor to Ventura when Ventura leaves. I will probably be playing him as either a winger or inverted winger, even if he's strong on both feet. I've actually been calling up Oscar Silva lately, and I'm looking to play him on the left side of the wings. He's got potential to do really well, and I'm excited about him because he just looks like he can do a good job for me. Wilkie Tanel is the last player on the bench. Again, has found the net again, is starting to score goals, and he's a good player to come from the bench. So I think a bench player is what he is now. But hey, if he can improve and get goals, we'll take it. Let's take on Braga and hope that we're not going to be absolutely dismantled by this team. The fact we've got a harder immediately from kickoff is a little concerning and tells them that we were probably going to concede here, but here we are now, hoping to defend. Aparicio gives the ball to Trabula actually, so maybe it's a highlight for us, hopefully. As That's a decent ball, actually. All right, nice. Amadou. Ah, that's not the ball I was looking for. Okay, Yusuf now. Good tackle, but oh dear. Yusuf, oh, it's in. It's in immediately, and 41 seconds we lasted. That was not a good sign. Amadou made an absolute mistake, and we've been made to pay for it. We have a throw. Jafino Kateki finds Mariah, who has a good touch, actually. Here's Jafino, Aparicio. Jafino again. Plays it back, he's forced to, but Esteval plays the ball forward. It's not the ball we're looking for. I really should tell the players not to take any risks with the ball forward, but I don't think they'll understand it anyway. So Lima on the ball, Gonzalez, and Januzek finds Lima. And this is a Braga team that's running away with the league, and I don't think we're going to really do much to stop them, especially when they're this good. And Kuzmichov or Kazmichev have an effort. That could have been 2-0 already. Good news, we had a shot. Bad news, I got a free kick, and he's hit the bar. Okay, keeper had to go very quickly because of the defender passing to him, but hey, we've survived. So half time, 1-0. I've got to go defensive. I really should go defensive at the beginning to try and survive, but we are not doing as well as we want to be doing. That's a shame. We got a goal kick. We're trying to slow down the tempo. I don't know if that's really going to cause any problems or not, but that's a bit concerning. They're trying to sort past. But Boateng's on the ball. Mariah now. He's lost the ball. He's been careless, but he gets the ball back. Well done. It was Boateng. Now with Biero and Tunis. Now keep the ball. Well done. With Biero's lost out, but we get the ball back again. Suddenly, we don't seem as likely to look out of place. And Victor Ventura's in. Has a lot of work to do, and it's an effort, but it's an effort, and slowing down the tempo might work. Okay, so we've got to be careful now, and not do anything stupid. Mensa. Oh, that's an effort, and that should be a goal. Esteval, Morales, okay, on the ball. Yusuf, okay, I can see what they're trying to do. Morales, Yusuf, 2-0. It was always going to be a problem, and the fact we've gone defensive may not work for us, but now we're going to go to cautious, because I know we're going to lose anyway at this point. The whole idea of this change was to try and make it so we didn't concede any more goals and try and get a breakaway, but it just hasn't worked, and it was a nice idea, it just hadn't worked out the way I hoped it would. Okay, so they have us throw now. If we concede a third, it will just be annoying to deal with, but Hernandez, they've had some good chances. They've really wasted a lot of chances, honestly. Worst part is we actually had more shots in the second half than we did in the first, and again, wasn't a lot, but we just weren't our best, and we deserved to lose, so disappointing result, really. But yeah, we were expected to lose because Braga, it's Braga. They're the league champions elect effectively. They're 13 points clear. And if they were to blow this lead, I would be surprised at this stage. They're really good. And yeah, after 5 games unbeaten, we lost our first game. Well, again, it's Braga. It's not terrible, but really, we're safe from relegation. We just need to make sure we do better and better. And I think our record for most league points in this division is currently 43 right now. We're only 9 away from what we did last year and 8 away from what we did in the first year. If we can keep a positive goal difference and actually surpass our 46 goals in the first 2 seasons, we're fine. Defensively, we've been improving each year, so I like to think we're not going to be terrible. And I think the best ever finish we've had is 6th place. The most points we've ever had in this division is 49 points when they got 8th place. So if we can get close to that and surpass it, then we're good. We do have another 9 games to go, so that'll be fun. We've just got to deal with Benfica and Porto and Tondela in this games when I fixture. So hopefully it's not too terrible. Either way though, I'm actually going to end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys like and share this video, and that you subscribe to the channel. Really does help me a lot. Do you think I made the right call to go for my new tactic? And do you think I went a bit too defensive in the last game against Braga when I was already 1-0 down? Let me know down in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on my idea today. Either way, until next time, goodbye, and well, good night.